My name is Berhanu Abegaz. I am a distinguished visiting professor in the University of Johannesburg. But prior to that, I was heading the African Academy of Sciences in Nairobi as its executive director for 6 years. And that is when I interacted with NEF by attending the Dakar meeting and got interested about the aims and objectives of NEF. Before that, I used to be a chemist by profession, so I've been studying African medicinal plants and isolate their important chemical ingredients. Well, because it gave me an opportunity to express in thoughts that I think will contribute to the aims and objectives of NEF. Let me put it this way. You know, this century is often has been called the African century. It's not going to happen by itself. We need to have all the forces, all hands on deck, as they say, to make this happen. And therefore, the greatest investment should be in the current and future leaders of the continent, which is African youth. And any opportunity for me to express my thoughts and what I think is important is the reason why I joined the programs committee. My hopes, expectations, and aspirations for the next global gathering in 2020. Well, having participated in the first one in Senegal, although I missed the second one, I have been following it live because it was streamed on video, and I have seen really the huge turnout of not just African, across the globe, young people, executives, heads of state, presidents, ministers, etc. And therefore, in the next meeting, I think we'll really address or take into context what progress has been made with the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, the aspirations for 2030, and overlaid on that, the Pan-African ambition of Agenda 2063, the dreams and aspirations of the African leaders, the role that young people will play, and really taking a global perspective. This is what I really want to see at the next global gathering. I have seen the various sessions that are planned, and we've been involved in identifying the most capable and the most charismatic and the most inspiring speakers to talk to our people in the continent. So it's really along these lines that I have high expectations, and judging by what has happened so far and the increased enthusiasm and the assurances of the track record that we have had so far, I think this is going to be a very exciting conference. The topics I'd like to see featured, I would like them to perhaps not look at the short term for the future, but rather really for the long term. What are those areas of concern that through sustained effort and resilience will yield results, and that will be transformative for the continent? So our concerns are, for example, as an African, is regional integration and really cross-border collaborations in terms of scientific, technical, political, all of these, because we have many problems that cut across regions that are very important, and therefore how to make our activities sustainable, how we should deal with climate change, and really new models and new approaches. So this is the kind of broad area of material that I think should be addressed.